So in this tutorial, I want to talk to you about modules in Canvas. So to get to the page I'm currently on, when you're in a course, this is my sandbox course, you simply click on modules in the course navigation menu. So I've already clicked on modules and that has brought me to this page. And this is what your blank module page is going to look like. So what are modules? Well, modules are the primary way that we organize content in Canvas for our students. You can kind of think of them like chapters in a book, or if you're a very, very organized person in a digital space, think of them like folders that you use on your computer. Okay, so these are where you're going to store related content for your students to consume. So when you go to the Modules tab for the first time, you're going to be met with this, which is going to essentially explain to you what modules are, and you have two buttons you can choose to click, either View Progress or Plus Module. Okay, so if you click on View Progress, just so you can see, this is going to show individual student progress through modules. I don't currently have any students enrolled in my course, so I'm not going to see any student progress here. So let's go back to modules and we're going to build our first two modules. All right, so to do this, I'm going to just start by pressing plus module. And you're going to name this module. So I'm going to name it Unit 1. And then we'll call this Metric Measurement. Because for the Biology 1406 lab class, this would be the first module that the students would go through, Unit 1. Now here's another cool thing you can do when you create a module. You can actually choose to lock that module until a certain date. So if you don't want your students to have access to Unit 2, then you can lock that unit. So Unit 1 is going to be the first unit for my students, so I'm going to leave it unlocked. And then you just simply click Add Module, and that now has added this module to Canvas. All right, so there's Unit 1, my metric measurement one. Let me add another module. I want to add Module 2. So I'm going to add another module. I'm going to call this Unit 2, and this is Spectrophotometry. And I'm going to lock this module until July 22nd. Because let's say my students are accessing Unit 1 here. Actually, I'll make it the 18th. There we go. We'll make it the 18th. My students are accessing the first unit here, and then they're going to access the second unit here. All right, so I've got it locked. We're going to talk about prerequisites in another tutorial, but for now I'm happy with this, so I'm going to add that module. So I now have Unit 1 and Unit 2 added. So right now these modules don't really look that impressive, and that's because we haven't added any content to them yet. Okay, so in the next tutorial we're going to talk a little bit more about adding content to these modules, and once we've added that content to these modules, what we can do beyond that. Okay, so that is the basics on modules and how to create them.